have a great day, guys. That we have here is so that you guys have an option of what to write down as you are as you're reading on the screen on the AP test. So we already read the prompt, and I annotated just to show you guys like what it is that I'm actually going to put in my annotation guide. We're recording as you're reading the 3 maximum words to look up, and then any biological concepts you need to look up. Excuse me. I'm going to jot down any important information about the prompt, and I added in the new copy that this includes data tables, diagrams, figures, okay, key points about the experimental design, overall summary, relevant outside information that you knew or looked up. That's really all of those things that I just jotted down would go into step 4, okay? And then we're breaking down the actual questions, and that might make us have to look up more words and things like that, okay? Okay, guys, so this is going to break down the FRQ that you are doing for the final task today. I'm not giving you the answers on this, but I'm going to run through how I would make my annotation guide based on maybe things that I know or don't know. So here it goes. Daphnia longicephala is a freshwater crustacean that can detect chemical cues produced by the predators Notonecta glauca. Researchers raised Daphnia clones. Maybe I'm not sure what that means, but right, this is kind of like a replica. And observed that those exposed to Notonecta chemical cues during their development produce larger protective crests, as described in figures 1 and 2. Crest height and width are measured by ratios to body length. The increase in the size of crest width and height is not associated with a corresponding change to the Daphnia's genome. Researchers hypothesize that growing a crest is energetically costly, so Daphnia do not develop the large crests in the absence of Notonecta, meaning it seems like the large crests are not improving fitness, right? They're not making them more fit. So they're only getting these larger crests when they get these chemical cues, right, during their development that have these bigger crests. So this is only when they're exposed to the Notonecta, which is that predator, okay? It's not normally improving fitness, right? But if they have this predator, it actually does make them more fit, okay? So they have this larger protective outer shell, okay? So we can see that it's showing the Daphnia here compared in the absence of the left and the right of the Notonecta chemical cues, okay? So we can see the difference in this protective shell here. It's showing us that this is larger, right, than it is here, right? So this is the larger crests here. They also show this in data here, right? These are our chemical cues, right, from the predator are here, and we're going to have a greater percentage of trait length, okay? And that's the crest versus width, the ratio that they talked about here. And then we have here, okay, our control, which is a lot less, right? So we can tell here, this is just summarizing, right, that our control or like no predator means that they're going to have a smaller crest size, and we can actually see that in terms of data, right? They tell us that in the passage, but we also can see that here. So I just annotated this a bunch. This is how I would normally annotate this, but the problem is that you guys are going to get this and not have like a fancy pen to write on the screen that you're going to be able to do this with. So the reason that we're looking at this annotation guide, so let's go ahead and look at what I want to include. So I have here and you're thinking, oh, I don't know what genome is, I'm going to quickly look that up. That's just all of the genes that one organism possesses. Maybe you need to look up clones, right? The next thing that I have here are any biological concepts. Honestly, so far, I'm not seeing anything that's a biological concept that I need to look up. They really gave me everything I needed in this question here, okay? So I'm going to write a couple, the notoneck. And I'm actually looking at what the difference is between my controlled apnea and the parent, right? But a couple of things, maybe you were looking at, I don't need to do, I'm going to leave this row of, I'm going to go ahead and look at my actual question now, okay? So we have great. Describe the factors that influence. We have predict, we have provide reasoning, and we have explain. Okay, so describe the factors that influence the individual words in questions like this phenotype, that if you don't know, there's no way you're getting this question right? So if you don't know what this word is, they're asking you what influences a particular biological concept, you have to look that up, right? There's no way you're answering this question without that. Okay, and then predicting the relative size of the crest height and width of the offspring that is raised in the tank without chemical cues, compared to the parent Daphnia. So this is going to be back. We would think, as I'm thinking about this, they reproduce asexually, and the offspring developed in the tank is without chemical cues. That's something. This is asking us to provide reasoning based on our justification. I'm going to go back. My explain, okay, the process that leads to the genetic variation in offspring when sexual reproduction is that I want to include in my annotation guide. So first off, in terms of like words that I needed to look up, I actually didn't have any yet, so I'm going to leave that blank. So I'm not going to write it, but you could write genome, right? If that's something that you needed to look up. Don't write down everything. Remember that these are only words that you think are pertinent to the question. Now, I'm going to leave this blank, okay? Here are my important key points, okay, that I took from both the data and the passage. And these were his key points down. So the large, and as you guys are actually reading, you would write down these important key points, not on the question, obviously, you'd write them in your notes, okay? So crest is going to mean, right, that there is a predator present, that specific, okay? And this is making them have like a larger protective crest, right? So this is actually making them more fit. But if there is no predator present, right, a smaller crest, because it's less of an energy cost, is going to be when there's no predator. Okay. So these are because they're more fit for their environment, with these two different ones, depending on what their environment entails, right? So remember that we're going to see this in a second. I'm going to preview this for you, but we call this like this difference in the physical traits, right? Phenotype. And yes, it's dependent on genotype, but it also can be dependent on the environment, okay? So that's something important to note as well. Okay, I think I'm good for that because this kind of encompassed both the passage and the figure and the data and the graph that we predict, provide reasoning, and explain. And maybe that's in this column with the actual ABCD, that's fine. But remember, this is going to be a 2, this is a 1. In terms of detail, this is a 3, and this is a 3. Okay. Phenotype, well, we just talked about this. This might be a place where I'm going to write phenotype equals physical traits. But this is asking what determines it. So like I said before, I know genotype and I know the environment, right? So I'm going to include that in my answer. Great. And this may have been something that like ultimately you saw this word and you were like, ooh, I don't remember what that is. I need to look that up. This is going to be really important to fill in afterwards because you may have I need to make sure that I write down. So I'm just saying what happens to crest height and width when I have no chemical cues. Okay, and maybe that means I'm gonna make sure that I'm saying, so no chemical cues would mean, right, there's no predator. Okay, cool. So all I need to say and predict, remember, is like it increases the crest height and width, it decreases, or it stays the same. I'm gonna make my pen a little bit less thick because it's hard to see this. Okay, and then providing reasoning, right? So this is going to be based on this. We need to explain why, essentially, right? And we know that reasoning is going to mean like bring in any biology or evidence that we can. Okay. And then explain. Well, explain means that I need to actually like provide a bunch of details. So I'm going to have to identify, and I'm going to have to like provide details about whatever this process is. I'm going to let you guys figure out what that process is. But this, you need to make sure that you have, it's the process that causes genetic variation. Okay. Cool. So I know this is kind of all over the place, right? Maybe this is reminding me to go back up here. Okay. I would say like, you don't have to go back and write in things that you want to look up afterwards, but I would say like, this is just to make sure that you are not looking up more than 3 maximum words and maybe a couple of processes, because you don't want to spend all your time Googling, right? So now I should be able to use this information to go back and actually answer the question, either writing the question, or typing it into, in this case, Google Classroom, but on the actual exam, typing it into the platform that you will take the exam on. Okay, so hopefully this is helpful, and good luck with your writing.